Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Good morning. Okay, we'll continue with our lecture regarding the designing of columns subjected to combined bending and also axial load. As you see that the column here is subjected to an axial load and also moment, whether from the major axis or the minor axis. Okay, and we have already gone through this the process of designing the column, and you can see the step here are very complicated, and there's a lot of calculation behind this, especially this iteration. So because we are dealing with simple construction, columns under simple construction, where the beams are designed based on a simple design as simply supported, and the columns are designed for nominal moments arising from the eccentricity at the columns at the beam to column connection, and so that makes our life simpler, where the iteration factors can be conservatively simplified into this formula here. So as you have already gone through the example 5.4 and 5.5, I will go through with you that example where the basis of that design is based on this principle, which is actually the formula must comply with this formula. Okay, so I'll go through the design example that I want you to go through, which is example 5.4, I think. We have already gone through example 5.1 until 5.3, but before going through the example, let me just go through a few things here, where explaining about this particular formula. Okay, as you know, NED is the design effect, the axial based on the axial load on top of the column, whereas the N mean BRD is actually the axial buckling resistance. This is the axial buckling resistance, while the MY BRD is actually the buckling moment resistance at the y-axis, and MZ BRD is at the z-axis, and MY BRD is actually the moment on top of the column. Okay, as is mentioned in this paragraph here. So MY ED and MZED here are the products of beam reaction, and their eccentricity to the center of columns, where the eccentricity is given by the for EY is actually the height divided by 2 plus 100, whereas for the eccentricity for the Z axis is actually the thickness divided by 2 plus 100. So this is just to give you an the why, where the value of E comes from. So for example, in this case here, so that, as you know, that this is, what axis is this? That is actually the y-axis, and when this is actually y here, and that's axis Z, and that value there is actually h over 2, and that value there is 100 millimeter. So that will cause bending in the y-axis. For the z-axis here, that value here is actually, that value here is actually TW over 2, whereas that value here is 100. So that is where the moment, so this is actually MZED equals TW over 1 over 2 plus 100, whereas this one here, E here is MYED equals H over 2 plus 100. So now you are aware of what this moment here, and that will be the axial load, and MYBRD and MZBRD are the one that we need to find. Okay, let's go into the example. Before that, looking at clause 4.7.7, we need to proportionate the moment that onto the column, where the moment proportionate or divided the one here into two parts. One, because there is a moment here, one that M either the MYED or the MZED need to be what we call proportionate, divided into the lower column and the above the column, meaning to say that here, if there is a moment there, the moment, so some portion will be transferred here, and another portion will be transferred above the column. So how is it being transferred? It is based on this ratio here. The ratio of the moment is based on this formulation. Okay. Let me just continue straight into the example 5.5.4.